So Sangram is ready and Atharva will keep
Yes.
time.
Okay. So, Sangram, should I start the timer?
Yes. Jai Hind.
So,
Today's my topic is women empowerment. Women empowerment is a multifaceted concept aimed at enhancing the status and rights of women across social, economic, political, and cultural dimensions. At its core, empowerment involves creating an environment where women can make informed decisions, access opportunities, and influence changes in their lives and communities. Education serves as a cornerstone of this progress, equipping women with the knowledge, skill, and confidence necessary to participate fully in society. Research has consistently shown that educated women are more likely to engage in the workforce, make informed choices regarding health and family, and advocate effectively for themselves and others. Economic independence is another critical aspect of women empowerment. When women have to access for jobs, fair wages, and entrepreneurship opportunities, they gain financial autonomy, reducing reliance and other enabling them to support their families. Programs that promote financial literacy, access to credit, and entrepreneurship training have proven effective in empowering women economically. Furthermore, the participation of women in the workforce can lead to increased productivity and innovations, contributing significantly to economic growth on a broader scale. Health and well-being are vital components of empowerment. Access to healthcare, reproductive rights, and comprehensive health education are crucial for women to make their decisions about their health and bodies. Women who have control over their reproductive health can better plan their future, pursue education, and engage in the workforce. Moreover, empowered women tend to prioritize to health and education of their children, leading to better outcome for future generation and breaking the cycle of poverty. Political participation is essential in the fight for women's rights. Increased representation of women in political and decision-making process leads to creation of policies that better address the needs and corners of women and families. Initiatives aimed at increasing women's participation, such as mentorship program, training workshop, and advocacy campaign, have shown promising results in various countries. Ultimately, women empowerment is essential for achieving gender equality and fostering just society. It requires a collective effort from
20 seconds
individuals,
left.
communities, governments, and organizations to create systematic change. By investing in women's education, health, and rights, we build a foundation for sustainable development and a better future for all where everyone can thrive regardless of gender. The empowerment of women is not just women's issue, it is a societal imperative that benefits everyone. Thank you.
Okay, Sangram. Script is a little polished. It is better we add the natural flavor also. Uh, Second point is adding some example which is current. Like today is Air Force Day. I'm just giving
Yes,
example, and if you use this statistics also, okay, women empowerment has happened also in Air Force, Indian Air Force, where fighter pilot position is cleared for all the girls and the ladies. So this also shows presence of mind. Now coming to the women empowerment topic, you can explain what is women empowerment. Getting a job, getting education, getting money, or beyond that. So women empowerment in real sense is equality, getting the right treatment, respect, and the dignity is protected. On one hand, we are getting so many good news about women reaching to the highest pedestal of the different sectors, including today's President Murmu Madam, sitting at the highest pedestal. On the other hand, the problem is protecting the dignity and chastity of women. There is a problem. We are getting news about the discrimination, gender discrimination, the some kind of non-acceptable treatments to women at workplaces, and some criminal offenses about dignity of women. So these issues can also be simultaneously put out. You can give examples. Giving examples is the correct norm in such kind of exams. when you are showing presence of mind, statistics given, and logical thinking. As far as
Yes,
India
sir.
goes, India is actually showing good case about women empowerment where every sector is open for women. Right at the day of independence, 1947, 15 August, we open voting rights to all the genders. So, irrespective of male or female. Now, transgender is also getting equality status slowly. Workplaces everywhere the doors are open, and women also proving very rightfully that they are deserving it. Every sector. You see every CBSE 10th and 12th result, board results, all kinds of results, UPSC exams. The girls are actually outsmarting the counterparts. Another point in this, see, there should be so many points in your mind so that you can speak some of them when the need arises. The real issue in society. On one hand, the women are coming out of the home, but the real task of family build up, we need to see whether that is getting balanced or not. There, some kind of problem is coming up because slowly the older generations are not getting the care from the next generation. Especially in metros, you see some kind of symptoms where old people are finding themselves lonely because there is no one to take care of them. This is a bigger issue. If you can really highlight such kind of high level of issues which are coming in front in future society, because these are the challenges in front of us in coming days. Children are getting addicted in the absence of parents at home to the mobile and whatnot things. So these are also simple things connected to the woman empowerment, because earlier generations woman was sticking to the home and taking the care of biggest role, that is homemaker. When we are stepping out and becoming empowered to work shoulder to shoulder with male counterparts, the family fabric or the basic nerve system of the society, that is family, is getting in danger. This aspect can also be spoken of. Okay, good, Sangram.
Yes,
Pronunciations and
sir.
all, with more speaking it will get in line with good pronunciations. Secondly, when you are practicing in the initial days, you can refer to the points, you can uh, get slowly away from it, but none of you should read more from the scripts. It is better you just refer if there are 4 5 points written on your hand, or it can be a cheat also initial days. But come to a stage where you can stand up in front of a small group and you can speak with good fluency and good points with a lot of examples. That natural
Yes, sir.
confidence will come slowly. Okay, good. Now, Atharva, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sangram, you keep time.
Yes, sir. Atharva, you can start now.
Jai everyone. My topic for today's lecturette is e-commerce. E-commerce is nothing but electronic commerce, meaning buying and selling the goods online via internet. As we all know, internet has revolutionized the shopping experience of a user. We can split e-commerce in four basic categories: B2C, B2B, C2C, and C2B. B2C, B2C, where this is the most commonly used category, where a transaction happens between a business and a customer. Uh, Example, Amazon, Flipkart. B2B, here a transaction can be seen between two or more businesses like eSteel.com. C2C, individuals can contact another individual for trade among them, like eBay or OLX.com. And finally, C2B, in this category, a consumer promotes a business on his social media or via other means. Indian e-commerce is valued to be at $60 billion and is expected to reach $200 billion by the end of 2030. New jobs are being created by large companies like Amazon, Flipkarts, which eventually helps in India's economy. India has also created many policies related to e-commerce, like the National E-commerce Policy, which was released in 2019, and it states to protect the data privacy and promote competition, as we do not want a monopoly in this sector. Consumer Protection Act, which was introduced in 2020, where there are certain rules to protect consumers' rights. Then the Information Technology Act, which was introduced in 2000. In this act, it gives a legal recognition for the transaction occurred electronically. Recently, E-commerce has also reached the grocery sector, closing many local vendors, but also making new jobs like delivery agents. Uh, uh, for conclusion, I would say e-commerce has disrupted the physical retail industry with many shopping malls and department stores closing. But it has also created jobs and made the shopping experience of an individual extremely easy and comforting.
Last 30
So
seconds.
that
Okay, Atharva, you concluded.
yes, sir.
Okay, your flow was good, but the conclusion could have been much better. You maybe you thought your time is over or whatever it is. Flow was good, statistics was good. This is a very important topic in today's scenario. You are appearing in which entry? SSB?
NCC special entry.
Okay, good. With this, I think your communication skill is okay, and power of expression is also okay. If you see e-commerce, this is a very important topic. How it is changing the world today. World has come much closer. The competitiveness of local vendors has finished because anybody can sell anywhere on the electronic platform. Internet has changed everyone's life. One good point which Atharva brought out, generally people keep cribbing that jobs are taken away by these modern systems. I will say jobs are not taken away, jobs are getting replaced with nature of job changing. Earlier, it was a postal service which was delivering the regular dark to the people. Today, it is the courier service. Nobody even thought that food will be delivered, so many items will be delivered. Anything and everything can be demanded through virtual platforms. This is a new world, and everywhere people are required. Some are behind the curtains, like calling centers, which can be in office works, and some are delivering on ground, reaching out to the people. New things are getting created. This is also a positive side. New job are getting created with the help of technology. And if you don't see these positive things, probably you will not be updated and you will be thrown out. It is applicable to the individuals and it is applicable to the country also. India is coping up slowly. We are coping up with the pace of the software world. We are lacking compared to China and US and the leading countries in terms of hardware. We want to be atmanirbhar. We want to produce everything, especially the warfare related and the software computer related, but we are lacking there. Today you see, if there are few things go haywire, suppose GPS system, we are having our own system for navigation, but yet to prove its efficiency and the dependability. Imagine the GPS system in terms of warfare, the country switches off. A lot of things are getting, aviation will get affected. So many things we are dependent now will get affected. Or we are misguided also. Suppose the GPS distorts the data. I'm just giving one example actually. So e-commerce is also vulnerable to tomorrow's cyber warfare. So many data is open to the world, and imagine companies which are controlling it. Suppose there are some state sponsored companies who are into this business, for example, Amazon. Who knows tomorrow what kind of data holding power they have got? Because you see, the top richest people in the world today are related to Twitter, Facebook, or e commerce related things. The world had changed. Earlier, people were rich individually, or countries were rich who were having more gold, more oil. And today, it is data. Data is new oil. So this is how world is changing. So can we have more companies controlling all these things? How many Indian companies are controlling? Nobody is controlling actually e-commerce to that level. Slowly things are coming up. The trade happening, what Atharva was bringing out, so much of trade is happening on virtual platforms, so much of data is getting exchanged, and the vulnerability will also increase. So this is a new threat also which is coming up. So e-commerce on one side he has explained so well. You can touch upon the vulnerabilities also because tomorrow's 9/11 will be on virtual platform. You never know, suddenly something goes off, something gets targeted,
Yes.
hacked, and your system collapses. So this is the new world which is coming up. You can connect dots. You can give out of box thinking also. Okay, and that is how originality and naturalness will come. Okay, Atharva, good. I
Yes.
think your level is acceptable zone and keep practicing with different topics.
Yes.
Okay, who is ready now? Lokesh, Harshvardhan.
Jain sir, Rugved here. We are in class. We have joined from classes.
Okay, so Rugved, you are ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will request again Atharva to keep time.
Yes, sir. Rigvit, you can start now.
Jai Hind everyone. Myself, Rugved Kulkarni. Today I am speaking on the topic: Is India leading to the scenario of World War III? So, as we have seen the political unrest or civil unrest in our neighboring countries like Pakistan, Imran Khan's party is rebelling against ruling party. Bangladesh fleeing away of Sheikh Hasina due to student protest, and also somewhat in China, the people are now getting like somewhat bored of ruling party, and also the biggest thing we are seeing is conflict in Middle East, Western countries, Russia Ukraine war, which have marked its third year now, and Israel Palestine war, which will enter its second year soon. So we are seeing various civil and political unrest, like killing of Hezbollah chief Hassan Nasrallah by Israel now. Iran is planning to fledge a full war against Israel. Also backing up of NATO to Ukraine to fight against Russia. Uh, so we can see the type of aggression to conquer and be the most powerful nation in the whole globe. Also, various peace talks have been uh, organized, but again, effort by our Indian Prime Minister PM Narendra Modi to talk with Vladimir Zelensky and Putin, but it has gone in vain, as Ukraine has excelling its uh, power on Russia by the attacking on Kursk. Also, Israel's pager attack was the most devastating and most shocking attack in the war. Also, we have seen also politically we have seen the parties or the ruling parties changing
30
in our
seconds.
neighboringhood, like in Sri Lanka. It is radical leader has come. In Bangladesh, also interim government which is pro China. In Pakistan, the government is pro China. So the environment around the India, also in the Western countries, have marked the beginning, or it will act as a pre prima facie condition for World War III. Thank you.
Okay, Rugved. Uh, why you said is India leading to World War III scenario? It is world, not India, because World War
Yes,
One, World War Two, many countries were involved, and it will
yes, sir.
be something bigger if at all World War III happens. Maybe half globe will fight, isn't it? So I will
Sir.
rephrase it: is world leading to or entering into a World War III scenario?
Yes,
Yes, that feeling one may have because you see there are so many trouble zones today, so many border disputes. It has been prevailing for so many years between many countries. But when the war breaks out between two neighboring nations and another country also gets entangled into it, which is happening somewhere with Israel and Hamas, where Iran is getting, Lebanon is getting attacked, and because of these terrorist networks, Israel is trying to attack, Iran is getting pulled in. But maybe whatever we see that doesn't meet our eyes, there are some hidden dots also. Because just now we had e-commerce topic, trade. When there is a war, there is bigger trade because so many consumptions will happen, so many war material will get traded. This is the larger picture. But World War III, on one hand, a lot of countries are getting into the trouble zone, but there are so many powerful countries who are trying to control. US, till the time their elections gets over, they will try and control the war scenario, may not directly get involved for escalating the things. India as such is a peace loving nation, again having a bigger power now in terms of uh, bargaining or bilateral relation, multilateral relations. When India says now, people are listening at the international forum. China also will not like to have war because China has invested so many things across the globe. So war generally is not in anybody's favor. Still, some countries will want small flashes here and there because of hidden interests. Of course, the terrorism is the bigger issue which is creating the scenario. You see, Russia Ukraine has got NATO angle where Russia has always been objecting that the NATO borders should not come into the vicinity of Russian borders, and Ukraine gets into the fold of NATO. The virtual buffer is over now, and that's what Russia was claiming, and that's why the war is happening. Whereas Israel has always been getting targeted through various terrorist network, and India is also in the similar boat where neighboring nation, that is Pakistan, has always been harboring the terrorism. And that's why India on one hand, especially in Iran and Israel case, wants to keep balance. Our naval support has already reached nearby the vicinity of Chabar port, but we are with Israel also, sentimentally and issue wise. We never want to support any terrorism across the world, whether it is affecting us directly or indirectly, because we have suffered the most because of this terrorism, because it is emanating from the soils of Pakistan largely, then Afghanistan, and then little bit support of these Middle East countries. The terrorism is a key, and of course the big fish is US, who shifts its interest as per the situation and supports the terrorism, we can say to that extent, because as long as it is serving the interest of the US, until 9/11 happened, and then little bit stand is changing, but the core issue is still remaining. Okay, good. Rugved, try and arrange points in a systematic way. This topic was little tricky, so tell the aim and then cover few statistics and conclude well. Flow of English is okay, communication power is okay. Now organizing the thought process within those 3 minutes is a key, giving example references here and there. Okay, good. Who is next? Who wants to practice?
Sir,
It is Lokesh.
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
look. Okay, we will go to Lokesh and then who is next?
Prasad.
Prasad. Okay, Prasad Patil. Okay, Lokesh, Rugved, you keep time. Lokesh will
Yes,
go ahead,
sir.
and then we'll go to Prasad. Rugved, you are there? Okay, someone else to keep time. Sangram,
Yes, sir.
keep time.
Okay, sir. Lokesh, you can start now.
Jai Hind. My name is Lokesh Bhavsar, and today I will be talking about the topic cybercrime. So, first, let's understand what is cybercrime. Cybercrime is basically committing any crime or illegal activity using the computer, internet, or any kind of networks. It does not require any physical contact with a person or a group of person or any organization. A single person can take down a large organization by himself. That's how powerful a cybercrime could be. So, for example, imagine if you wake up today and found your bank completely empty. This could be done by a single hacker. So, let's talk about the types of cybercrime. First is hacking. Hacking is basically getting unauthorized access to someone's computer and using their data and stealing it. Next, we have phishing. Phishing is like spreading false email scams. We are always told not to click on the unknown links. Phishing is exactly what it is. Taking someone's, making, forcing people to click on some kind of links or taking their data and then manipulating and using it for a hacker's benefit. This is phishing. Next, we have identity theft. Identity theft is like stealing someone's identity and spreading misinformation about that person or an organization. Next, we have impact. What impact does cybercrime does to a person or an organization? It can be stealing of money, crucial information like papers, paperworks, or even identity. Let's talk about the precautions that we can take for preventing cyber crimes. First, using strong passwords. Strong passwords prevent most of the cyber attacks. Second, not sharing our information with anybody. It could be our friends, family. We have to keep our information very safe. Next, we have with this, I would like to conclude my presentation. So, cybercrime is increasing rapidly.
Okay,
Thank you.
Lokesh, good. Entire lecture it was okay, except the conclusion part. Don't be in hurry.
Yes, sir.
You had time. You can see your start in 3 minutes. The ideal slot is first 30 seconds. You are introducing. Good start is always preferable. Another 2 minutes you are elaborating on it, giving statistics, some references, and giving your some kind of original thinking also, opinions also. The last part again 30 seconds. I'm just giving the slots 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Recommended slots, time management. So last 30 seconds should be like you are ending on a high. Be very, very systematic during practices that you practice similar way. Conclude in a very, very happy note. You should feel okay, I concluded well. That feeling should come to you every time you try and conclude. Start also, don't be nervous, and it will come with a lot of practice and it will happen. Overall topic is very good, cyber crime, because you see this is the biggest threat which is getting evolved in front of us. It is rising. We will be fool if we are not understanding it. Something, a raw example I will give. Mankind has created plastic and now we are managing it. How to control it or how to destroy it now. This is on a bigger scale. This menace will be bigger scale, challenge will be bigger scale, and may actually finish with the entire destruction of mankind. To that extent, the threat is there. Because this will trigger flashpoints and countries will attack each other with nuclear power. The possibility of lightning speed warfare will come with cyber angle into it. You see a small example what you could have given ideally, the example of Israel, what it did with the pager attack. Remote controlled warfare will happen in future. We are seeing stages. Few warfare we have seen in recent past. Drones are going pilotless. Drones are going delivering the things, warheads, munitions, and now you need not to go also. By sitting at one place, remotely you will do warfare. You need not to attack physically. This is the stages we are witnessing. A banking system getting hacked. You're collapsing the entire economy of a country, or you are distorting the data, or you are hampering the functioning of things. Likewise, there was some malfunction in airport system. I think it happened in Europe, and entire air traffic was getting affected for few hours. World will halt if such kind of things happen through cyber domain. And that is exactly is going to happen in future. We have witnessed in corona a physical virus, but in future the electronic system collapsing will be a realistic scenario which is coming up. Nobody thought that people will get confined to their rooms and houses before corona. And unthinkable may happen tomorrow that mobiles cannot be used because of some XYZ reason. We will have to operate for few days without mobiles. The communication can go back to the original conventional things like physically delivering messages rather than emails. Never know what kind of scenario will crop up. Compulsions will come to us. But point to note is next 9/11, I will say again, will happen on cyber platform. So this is a big phrase which analysts, strategists, people are started saying. So which will probably in our lifetime it is going to get witnessed. As a country, we are not doing much because defensive mechanism has to be strong for cyber warfare. China is assumed that it is going ahead. Even more than US, China is doing a lot of investment in this domain. And US has got capability of many things, but India has to get prepared well in this domain. Okay, good, Lokesh. Your delivery pattern is okay. Just conclusion was not up to the mark. Just control your speech till end. Okay, good. Now, Prasad.
So, yes.
Okay. Lokesh, can you keep
Good,
time?
So,
Just give a
Prasad, you
hint.
can start.
good afternoon. My name is Prasad, and today I am going to give lecturate on the Bangladesh crisis. Recently, Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who had been in power for the past 15 years, resigned and fled to India after weeks of deadly unrest. There were so many reasons for this turmoil. The first one is the Freedom Fighters Reservation Bill, which gave 30% reservation to the freedom fighters in Bangladesh. This galvanized nationwide protest for the students. Students were against this. The second reason was the controversial 2014, 2018, and 2024 election that happened in Bangladesh. In this election, the opposition parties were boycotted. In Bangladesh, there was high youth unemployment and there was economic downturn. Because of all these things, still, Sheikh Hasina came to power, which was very controversial. Third reason for the Bangladesh crisis was in one of the speeches, Sheikh Hasina referred to the people who are doing the protests as Razakars, which is an abusive term in Bangladesh. Uh, the Freedom Fighters Reservation Bill is the basic reason or the root reason for the protest. So many people were killed in this, and also, most important thing is Bangladesh has seen an autocratic style of governance under Sheikh Hasina. Now I will say what will be its effect on India-Bangladesh bilateral relations. We have free trade agreement which will be affected because the government policies are changed. Now there is Yunus government. There will be disruption in trade. Also, $800 million will be in debt because Adani's power give power supply to Bangladesh. Also, one fifth of tourism in India is from Bangladesh, which will also be affected. Most important thing is China will try to influence the Bangladesh and it will try to gain control over it so that it may in the future take over the chicken snake of India, which is the only passage to get into northeast of our country. Recently, Bangladesh Navy had signed a contract for Made in India 800-ton ocean going tug, which will also be affected. So, I will
So,
conclude
80 seconds are
that
running.
I would conclude that Bangladesh crisis will have many adverse effects on India-Bangladesh relations.
Okay, Prasad, well said. This is a very important topic. Uh, Most of you are going for SSB soon, and you are required to be updated on this. India's one of the most reliable friend is Bangladesh. For so many years, right from creation of Bangladesh, we are the trusted ally. For Bangladesh, we are a very good friend. Of course, there are some opposite views of some parties there, but India has always been helping Bangladesh. And more importantly, as a Bangladesh nation was having a unique standing, a Muslim country, a successful democratic country, which was people were respecting and hoping for growth. And it was beautifully growing actually. But this episode has changed the dynamics. Bangladesh has again proven that there is something wrong, especially when it comes to fundamentalism of Islam oriented thinking, and the some troublemaking organizations will pull down you. And exactly this fear has proven true in Bangladesh. It was a developing country, one of the smart country which was going ahead, and good democracy, but it has failed again. Loss for India is huge because our most vulnerable region in India's geography is northeast, and unfortunately Bangladesh is just next to it. There are some allegations that there is external hand under the garb of student protest. Something more was cooking up, and there was a toolkit. US has manipulated, or whoever has manipulated, or China manipulated. But the loss is for Bangladesh people and India also, because our northeast is getting affected. A lot of influx will come, illegal immigrants will come. A troubled neighbor in the east will crop up with a lot of problems. So Bangladesh issue, just update yourself. Indo-Bangladesh relation, what India can have role in future, how we can help to stabilize it. We took a bold decision of giving shelter to the Prime Minister, sitting Prime Minister there, who took shelter with us. That also speaks very highly that India can raise voice, take stand. Of course, China or US must not have welcomed it. We are harboring the Prime Minister there. So a lot of influence India could show that we can influence the things. And let's see how future changes Bangladesh scenario, what kind of role India has in terms of regime shift there. Whatever is happening there, India is closely watching, and a lot of cards are yet to get opened. But so much dynamics is there. There are some wars happening elsewhere, an internal war happening in Bangladesh. Stable government has to come there. Let's see how election happens, what kind of government comes up. uh, Atrocities on Hindu is a sad part. We as a nation definitely feels bad for it. We are responsible to protect Hindus inside Bangladesh because they are looking up to us, and probably we are not up to the mark. We have failed to protect the attacks there which are happening, and the world has to come together, whether it is today Bangladesh or tomorrow any country. No atrocities should happen on any minority in any country. That should be our universal stand. So let's see how world peace can be brought in a broader sense. But today it is not up to the mark. India is also, in a way, we can say, accept, failed to control the situation in Bangladesh, a situation which cropped up from nowhere. Within few months, it has gone out of hand. Suddenly, a government has come down to knees. Prime Minister had to take shelter in another country. This is not a very happy scenario next to us. So we need to take a lot of lessons from it. Okay, good. I think a lot of interesting topics brought by you all. Just keep reading. Have your own opinions. Practice without referring. Once you read, try and speak naturally, and that is how you will be standing in SSB forum and giving confident lecture. So communication skill, try improving by practicing more. Whenever we connect on virtual platform, do come practice here, because this is a real uh, practice which will give you more confidence and knowledge also by listening to other topics also. Okay, all the best, take care, and keep practicing. If there is any problem, you can connect one on one. Okay, bye, Jai Hind.
James.